And we are back to the channel where we talk about everything US news, headlines, and everything in between. We're going to talk about some of the companies making the news as well. You might be asking yourself, why would you spend time watching this stream? Because it's going to allow you to have the chance to get your updates without you having to search for them. And we're also going to take you through some of the background on the companies regarding what their earnings per share is. Also, we're going to talk about what they're selling for right now, what their stock price is. Also, we'll talk about some of the indicators. Also, we'll talk about some of the earnings and profits and revenues. We'll go through them on TradingView as well. So let's get right into it. My name is James. I'm from the US, from the Midwest. And if you know much about the Midwest, there's not a whole lot going on there except for farming and sports, and I wasn't good at either one of those. But I did have a affinity for the numbers. Numbers got me into engineering. Engineering got me curious about the markets. So that's how I got into it. Let me know your story. How did you get interested in the markets, and how did you get interested in what you're doing right now? Feel free to put it in the comments, and let's get going here. So for some of the news and the headlines, we'll talk about Nike. Their shares have been plummeting over a decade long now, and in April 26th, falling roughly 75% from their peak, also due to weak sales forecast, inventory mismanagement, and intense competition. We'll talk about Nike coming up in this. Also, we'll talk about the Strait of Hormuz and how that's affecting things and what is being affected by it. We'll also talk a little bit about some of the biggest companies right now and what they're doing. And another one we'll talk about is, for example, software. Some of the software companies, which ones are bouncing back, which ones are not. And here we go here's another one, Morgan Stanley. They're talking about how they see agentic AI widening chip spending beyond graphics processors to CPUs. We'll take a look at them. We'll also talk here about how Hormuz is still at a standstill. Yes, that's true. Also, we'll talk about a new company, Avex, fetching 320 million in IPO proceeds. Okay, we'll talk about them. Also, if you have a company that you would like us to look up and check out on TradingView, feel free to put it in the comments. Just put the ticker symbol or the name of the company in the comments, and we'll do the rest. We'll look up what it's currently doing right now, what it's selling for, and we'll also give you some chart patterns and some analysis with that, okay? Also, we'll talk about how ships are turning away from the Strait of Hormuz in confusion, whether it's open. No, it's not open right now. And also, right here, we'll talk about Meta. Why Meta? Because it's one of the companies that's recently rebounded from being very oversold to now rebounding back up. But they announced that May 20th would be the first wave of layoffs with additional cuts later on in 2026. And again, if you're wondering about those cuts, it's going to be 10%. Yes, I said 10% of the global workforce, which is about 80,000 or 8,000, I'm sorry, 8,000 employees. Again, Meta in May 20th plans their first round of layoffs, 10% of the global workforce, which is 8,000, okay? Also, another headline, there were talks about possibly American and United having a merger, but that was rejected, and we'll talk about how that affected some of the prices of those companies. Also, right here, AI chipmaker Cerebras files to go public after scrapping their IPO plans last year. They've now decided to go public. AI chipmaker Cerebras. Also here, why Oklo and other nuclear power companies skyrocketed this week, and also we'll talk about some of the other nuclear companies as well. So, if you're a fan of energy, if you're a fan of oil, if you're a fan of tech, let me know and put the ticker symbol in the comments. Also, again, we'll talk about software, but not every company is rebounding. And right here, AMD, Oracle, Microsoft had a monster week for some of the tech. That was last week. We got above, let's see, right here. Yeah, and then also, we'll talk about how AI startup Cursor in talks to raise $2 billion funding round and a valuation of over $50 billion. Okay, that's another one coming up. And also right here, Google is in talks with Marvel. A lot of very large black women. Okay, Lou Becker 874. I'm not sure what your comment means. If you have a question about a company or a news topic, let me know. But also, Google is in talks with Marvel to build new AI chips. We'll be talking about both of those companies as well. And one other one. Oh, this is a good one too. U.S. Rare Earth is going to buy Brazil's Serra Verde for 2.8 billion to build supply outside of Asia. Yes, again, U.S. Rare Earth. That's a company also sponsored by the current administration. Plans to buy Brazilian rare earths miner Serra Verde in a deal worth 2.8 billion. Yeah. Wow. All right, and let's take a look now. Going from the beginning, as we go right here. Nike shares have plummeted to over a decade-long low in April 26th, falling roughly 75% from their 2021 peak due to weak sales forecasts, inventory mismanagement, intense competition. The company is struggling with a sputtering turnaround, declining market share in running to rivals like Hoka and On, and falling revenue in China. Yeah, so shares are down significantly. Net income fell 35% in Q3, with profit margins dropping 4.6% from 10% 3 years prior. Also, they have a failed strategic focus. A past overemphasis on direct-to-consumer sales led to a pullback. Eddie, greetings from wholesale partners, allowing competitors to dominate physical retail. Yeah. Again, if you have a company or a ticker symbol that you want us to look at, drop it in the comments there. Let's see, Lou Becker 874. C-Do. Okay, very good. Got it. We'll look at. Not sure if you're interested. It's okay. We'll look it up. Not a problem. Just give me a few minutes on this. Let me go over some more of the headlines first. Thank you very much, Lou Becker. And as it's okay if it's small cap, no problem. Also, there's a loss of, if we're talking about Nike here, over the past overemphasis on direct-to-consumer sales led to a pullback from wholesale partners, allowing competitors to dominate physical retail. There's also a loss of innovation leadership, market weakness. There's also revenue in China is weakening with a projected 20% running innovation to brands like On, Hoka, and Brooks, while Puma has overtaken them in other areas. Yeah, so that's a little bit about Nike. We'll get into them as well. Also, I'll get your CDU in just a moment. Another one we'll talk about right here is, for example, we'll get into Nvidia later on, some of the tech sector, Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft. We'll take a look at all of them, as well as Amazon, Okta, Biogen, and Meta. Don't worry, we'll get those coming. And also, for example, some of the software companies that we have coming up that will be, yeah, we'll also take a look at, for example, here we go. Yeah, another one we'll talk about Oracle. We'll also talk about ServiceNow, Datadog, Snowflake, Shopify, Atlassian, Team, and Microsoft, with many jumping 15% or more. So it was a good week for software. If any of you are interested in the software companies, we'll be taking a look at them as well. Okay, and to go deeper into this one, Morgan Stanley said increasingly autonomous AI could boost demand for central processing units, CPUs, to reshape data center build out and widen investment beyond graphic chips that have dominated the AI boom so far. So as AI transitions from generation to autonomous action, the computing bottleneck is shifting towards CPU and memory and driving a step change in general purpose compute intensity. This is according to Morgan Stanley. And Morgan Stanley estimates that agentic AI could add 32.5 to 60 billion to a data center CPU market, already exceeding 100 billion by 2030. Agentic AI refers to systems. Mr. John, yes, blue blockers, indeed, yeah. These are my blue blocking glasses. They're not sunglasses or fun glasses. They serve the purpose for blocking the blue light from computers and phones and all that stuff, yeah. Let's see, Henry, greetings and welcome. See, yeah, Mr. John, they actually are surprisingly effective. Henry, no Discord, but if you want, you can contact me right here. Yeah, just contact me right there. Okay, if you want. Same thing with you, Mr. John. If you want, you can contact me right there. But again, talking about Morgan Stanley here, estimates agentic AI refers to systems that can plan tasks and take actions on their own rather than simply responding to prompts. And Morgan Stanley said that the next wave of agentic AI will be driven more by coordination than just by raw compute power. Yeah. Also, CPUs are increasingly acting as the control layer for AI systems that manage multi-step tasks. Memory demand is set to rise sharply, widening AI spending beyond GPUs to chip makers, memory suppliers, and manufacturing. Yes. Thank you, Henry, for the likes. Also, that's right there a little bit about Morgan Stanley. And going deeper into, for example, this one, commercial traffic through the Strait of Hormuz is at a virtual standstill on Monday after a brief and confused reopening. As you remember, it reopened and everyone was confused, and then it closed again. Over the weekend ended with the first U.S. seizure of an Iranian vessel, underscoring just how difficult it will be to restore activity in the vital strait. And for example, if you're wondering how that affects crude oil, remember, let's see if you notice, West Texas Intermediate now jumped up 4.39%, change of $3.68 to $87.53. Brent is now jumped up 3.54%, up $3.20 to $93.58. Okay, that's Brent. Now going back here, yeah, where was it? Right here. Yeah, transits through the waterway have been reduced to a trickle. Greetings. Hello there. Welcome. Yeah, to a trickle over 7 weeks of war in the Persian Gulf as Iran tightens control in retaliation for U.S. and Israeli strikes. On Friday, that paralysis appeared to be at an end as Iran and the U.S. announced a reopening, prompting oil to plunge and vessels to rush for crossing, only for the situation to rapidly just unravel and get worse. Yes. Again, if you're just jumping on, this is everything U.S. news, headlines, markets. We're going to be getting into some of the companies and ticker symbols soon to come. If you have a company that you want me to look at on TradingView, just drop it in the comments, put the ticker symbol there. On Sunday, U.S. Navy had seized an Iranian cargo ship in waters off the Iranian port of Jas in the Gulf of Oman as it headed toward Hormuz, the first such move during this U.S. blockade, raising the stakes for ship owners operating across the region and widening the areas seen to be risky for transits. Yeah, benchmark oil has jumped up in response. Yeah, one oil products tanker on the move, Nova Crest, currently just south of the island of Larak and heading out of Hormuz into the Gulf of Oman, is a vessel that has been sanctioned by the UK and Europe. Yeah, it's a mess. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about the Strait of Hormuz? And let me know what the gas price is in your area. Where are you now, and what's the gas price in your area? That'd be interesting to hear about. Also, this new company, Avex, fetches $320 million in IPO proceeds. Avex is the latest government contractor to tap into public markets amid renewed investor interest in the defense industry. Yeah. Avex collected $320 million, R28. Thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate it. $320 million in its initial public offering that launched Friday after the drone. It's a drone manufacturer, offered its shares at $20 to start out. So again, Avex, it's a drone manufacturer, $20 a share to start out. The company sold 16 million shares with a previously signaled price range of $18 to $21 each, which means the stock hit the public markets at slightly above the range's midpoint of 1950. Yeah, interesting. So Avex, the newest government contractor, yeah, interesting, right? Drones. There we go. Yeah. Also, if you're looking at tech and Meta just announced May 20th for the first wave of layoffs, additional costs, additional cuts coming later in 2026. If you're a fan of Meta or know anyone there or know anyone that's affected by the cuts, let me know in the comments. And right here, Meta intends to conduct a first wave of sweeping layoffs planned for this year on May 20th, with more coming later. Facebook and Instagram owner will lay off about 10% of the global workforce, or about 8,000 employees. So 8,000 employees, or 10% of the workforce, gone in May 20th of 2026. God, that'd be interesting. What are they going to do? Yeah. The company is planning further layoffs in the second half of the year. So Meta is planning more layoffs the second half of the year. And the three sources said, although details of those cuts, include date and size, were not yet given, executives may adjust their plans as they observe developments. Reuters observed last month that the company was planning to lay off 20% or more of its global workforce. Yeah. And Meta, let's see, CEO Mark Zuckerberg is pumping hundreds of billions of dollars into AI as he seeks to dramatically reshape his company's inner workings around the technology, reflecting a broader pattern of the U.S. companies this year, particularly in the tech sector. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I missed your comments here. Time to outshine. Okay, tell Meta to bring back Echo Arena. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you very much. Time to shine. We'll be looking up Meta here pretty soon. Bring back Echo Arena. Got it. What else do you want brought back? Time to shine. Okay. And also, there were reports that American and United Airlines might merge, but that was rejected. Also, American Airlines said on Friday that it was not interested in a merger with United Airlines and had not held any such talks, diminishing prospects of an industry reshaping deal that would face tough regulatory scrutiny. A combination of two of the largest U.S. network carriers would mark the biggest consolidation move in more than a decade, further tightening a domestic market already dominated by four similar sized players, including international flights. United and American were already the two largest airlines by available capacity in 2025, according to OAG data. And yeah, but so while the changes didn't actually happen, they were rejected, it was still something interesting. Yeah, so that's American and United. Also, if you're following Cerebras, the chip maker Cerebras, if you're into the tech sector, files to go public after scrapping IPO plans last year. All right, now let's get into some of the trading view side of it. We're going to break down some of the companies that you asked about, and let's see, to go straight into it right now. S&P 500 is sitting here at 7,119. It's actually down 6.44. Nasdaq is sitting here at 626, down 45. Dow Jones is 49,436, down 10 points as well. Let's see, and yeah, okay. Also, we had a question about this one right here. Let's see, Lou Becker, if you're still there, let me know. This is for you. Here we go. Yes, it's a space stock. Many people are asking me about space companies right now. So here's one. Sea-Doo. It's a space as service company. The firm focuses on commercial satellite design, manufacture, launch, planning, mission operations, and in-orbit support and data collection, with a vision to demonstrate space operations for new technologies and deliver data and predictive analysis. Interesting. So here is Sea-Doo right here. And right now, actually, you can see this. I'll pull this over. Here you are, Lou Becker. They actually just market corrected. They were sitting there at 5, now they dropped down to 4.35. You can see that here in the RSI. RSI sitting here at 57, pretty neutral actually. And just to briefly introduce you, this is for those of you who are brand new, this is for you, but those of you who have been around for a while, this is the boring part, but stay with me for just a few minutes. Relative strength index, you have the 70 line and you have the 30 line, okay? 70 line and the 30 line. overbought and oversold. And then right here in the middle, this is what we call the consolidation area right there. And basically what that means, like, these can go way overbought or way oversold for a long time before they actually either market correct or market rebound and come back up. So they're just guides. Like, let me show you this right here in this chart. You can see right here it goes way overbought before it ever corrects and comes back down. And also, let me introduce you to this one. This is what we call the moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Basically, to summarize quickly, the blue MACD line right here, when the blue MACD line crosses the red signal line going down, you're going to have a downward price chart. And when the blue MACD line crosses the signal line going up, right there, when it crosses the signal line going up, you're going to have a upward price chart, as you see right there. Okay. Again, it's very simplified introduction, but it's way more complicated than that. If you want more information on that, let me know. But that's just a brief intro to basic indicators right there. And looking at CETA Space Incorporated right here, right now it just dropped, like I said, 4.47 at the moment, and it was overbought, and now it's sitting there at 56 on the RSI. Volume wise is at 10.91 million. Market cap is at 292 million as well. Okay. Again, if you have a company that you want to talk about, put it in the comments. Now let's go to another one I get asked about a lot. We talked about Nike. Let's take a look at Nike here. Okay. Nike. And as you can see, this one is really not having a good time right now. Look at this drop right here. Bang, goes all the way down. Okay. Now it did have a small rebound from 42 up to 45. It's sitting at 45 right now. But yeah, recently it went from 52 all the way down to 42. That was on April 2nd. So, and you can see that right here in the RSI. Nike went all the way down to 18 on the RSI, and then it's come back up, sitting here at 37. All right. You can also see that reflecting in the MACD. You see the drop, and then you see the little bit of a rebound right there. Now, again, right now Nike's at 45. If you look at the volume is at 2.19 million, and market cap is at 67.9 billion. And oftentimes you'll see that when there is more price action, like right here, more price action, you'll find a lot more trading volume that you see right there. All the price action, a lot more trading volume right there. Yeah. We can also look at the earnings and revenue and profit, for example, if you want. We'll do that later, but another one we want to go to is right here. We'll talk about, for example, let's do Nvidia, Apple, and Tesla right here. Nvidia, we have to talk about them quite a bit because they just broke the $200 barrier on Friday. They broke through, and now they've market corrected down to 199.85. Again, they went past 200, they broke that barrier, and now they've market corrected just a little bit. So here it was at 164. Bang, it jumped up, and you can see this small, very small correction right here. Yeah, but Friday they broke the barrier. They were oversold at 70, and they've had a slight correction. But yeah, volume right now is sitting at 18.28 million. Market cap is at 4.85 trillion right there. Okay, and yeah, we'll go more into detail if you want. If you want more detail on that, just ask me. Okay. But that's Nvidia, another one that we're going to do right here. Yeah, Nvidia, Apple. Let's see. Let's take a look at them right here. Apple. Right here. Looking at Apple, they also rebounded. They were very over 246. They're now up to 274. And look, right now they've jumped up. They were at 270. Now they're at 274. They've also rebounded 4 points just today. Yeah, and you can see on the RSI right here, it's climbing up, getting close to the oversold markets at 68. And you can see that. Look at the MACD; it's also breaking out. Now look, one thing I wanted to show you is I'll show you some chart patterns too. So for example, if you're interested in chart patterns, learning about chart patterns, just to give you a few, here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, here's your neckline, bang, it goes down. Now the head and shoulders, I don't make the names, I just follow the charts. But if there's the head and shoulders which pushes it down, then there's the reverse right here, reverse, left and right shoulder, and this is the reverse, pushes it back up. So I'll show you some charts with double tops, double bottoms. Those are the opposites of each other. And then head and shoulders, reverse head and shoulders. Those are also the opposites of each other right there. And let's see, like for example, here's an example. Both of these come down to about the same point. Here's your double bottom. Double bottom, this is the neckline of your double bottom, and bang, it pushes it back up. So that's how that works right there. Also, yeah, I'll show you. So here's another one. It comes down basically right here. Here's your double bottom, neckline, and it goes back up. Many of those, I can show you these. If you want more info on chart patterns, just reach out and ask, okay? Right now, let's go back here. Right now, volume is at 5.46 million. Market cap is at 4.02 trillion. And you can see that's Apple. We were looking right here. Where is it? Yeah, Apple. Oh, yeah, we have to do Tesla. That's another big one. Tesla also is actually rebounding at the moment. Where is it? Tesla right here. Yeah, bang. It was at an 8-week low. 8-week low right down here at 340. And then it rebounded. It came up here all the way to 406. Now it's had a slight correction. If you're a Tesla fan, let me know. Slight correction down here to 395. Yeah, so it had broken the 400 barrier. Now it's at 394. It corrected about 6 or 7 points, and you can see that correction right here in the RSI. See that small correction right there? Again, it's still sitting pretty neutrally at 56. And little update here. Tesla, again, if you're wondering, I'm looking at Trading View, and you can see some of the news updates here in the bottom right. Tesla plans about 20 billion capital expenditures in 2026, up sharply year over year, funding a proposed 1 terawatt AI compute facility, plus continued vehicle production and factory infrastructure investment. Yeah. Volume right now, you can see there's a lot of volume going on in Tesla right here. Volume sits at 16.5 million, and market cap is at 1.4 trillion right there. Yeah, that's Tesla. Now, again, here's another chart pattern if you're looking for that. Here is your head right here, left, right, neckline, bang, drops it down, and also right over here. Well, I'll show you some more later. But if you're interested, just ask about that. Also right here, Tesla. Also, let's get into Microsoft. MSFT. I've had a lot of questions about these. Right here. Okay, here's you looking at Microsoft. So here we go. Went from 356 rebounding up to 427, and then right now it's corrected down to 422. You can see that correction right here, the small curve in the RSI right there. It was overbought. It's at 71 right now, and again you can see it went from oversold at 22 up to now at 71 overbought. Heck of a rebound, right? And again right here, let me show you a little. For example, if you push this out, you'll see a bit of a right here. Here's your reverse head, left shoulder, right shoulder, small, and then that pushes that up right there. And then if you go right over here, right down here, here's your head, left, right, neckline, bang, drops it down, and yeah, let's go right over here. Let me show you a couple more. Again, here. Oh, this is a nice one. It jumps out at you right here. Here's your head, right here. Head, left, right, neckline, bang, drops it down. And then right here, you can see here's your double bottom right there, neckline, and then pushes it up right there. Yeah, that's that. Yeah. So Microsoft, again, if you want more of these, just ask. And dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Right now, Microsoft volume is at 5.3 million. Market cap is at 3.13 trillion. And again, what's Microsoft? Yeah, let's look at Amazon. Dun, dun, dun. Amazon, AMZN, right here. Okay, looking at Amazon right here. Look at this nice rebound right here. It went from 198 all the way up to right here, 255 right there. And then you can see that it was oversold all the way down here at the RSI at 21. If you can see that down there, 21. And then bang, it jumped up to overbought at the 75 on the RSI. You can see that in the chart pattern right there. And look at the MACD as well. And let me see if I can pull out a couple of these fun patterns. Yeah, right here. Dun, bum, bum, bum. So looking at, yeah, basically you can see right here, you have a double bottom. They come down to about the same place. Here's your double bottom. Bang, neckline jumps up. Yes, right there. So again, chart patterns are not everything. Sometimes there's a chart pattern that doesn't break out, but it does help a lot sometimes. Yeah, so Amazon reports earnings April 29th, and HSBC highlighted Trainium Graviton chips and AWS Cloud as drivers amid rising AI and enterprise cloud demand. Volume is at 7.83 million and market cap is at 2.6 trillion right there. And another one that we will look at here, we've got Amazon, Ulta, Okta, Biogen, Meta, and more. Let's go here to Ulta. Let's go to Okta right here. I've gotten questions about this one. Okta right here. Again, if you have a company or ticker symbols that you want to put in the comments and ask about, just let me know. Okay. And here is Okta. If you're curious about Okta, Okta engages in the provision of an identity management platform for enterprises that operates through the United States and international geographical segments. The firm's products include single sign-on and multi-factor authentication. Okay, Okta. And right here, they actually just had a rebound from 63 up to 76. And you can see that right here in the RSI. They're sitting very neutrally at 50 right now. And yeah, let's see. Okta, yeah. Right now, Okta is sitting here with a volume of 887,000. And they have a Q4 revenue of 761 million plus 11.6% year over year topped revenue, and EBITDA estimates raised full year EPS guidance. Now, if you go to the volume, the volume's at 887,000, market cap is at 13.5 billion. All right. Now, again, if you want more information, reach out. Here it is. And also, for example, Biogen. This is another big one. Biogen right here. Biogen. If you're curious about Biogen, it's a biopharmaceutical company which engages in discovering, developing, and delivering therapies for neurological and neurodegenerative diseases. Its products in neurological and degenerative diseases, and that's Biogen. So right now, you can actually see this one sitting very neutrally, RSI wise at 48, and then right here, right now the price is at 181, and you can see it's kind of just steadily going up. Small correction, but right now it's on the rebound as well, right there. Okay, volume is at 197,000. Market cap is at 26.5 billion. And let's go on right here. We talked about this one right here. Software stocks. Yeah, we'll get into those as well. Right here, some of the software that has been rebounding back up. If you're into software, some of the software rebounding back up. We talked about Oracle, ServiceNow, And let's go with service now, right here. Service now. Here we go. ServiceNow, if you're curious about them, ServiceNow engages in the provision of end-to-end workflow automation platform for digital business solution embedded with artificial AI and machine learning. So right here, it has been dropping. Yeah, this is not a good chart pattern for ServiceNow, but right here, it's volume. Look at the trade volume right there because of that price action. Okay, now it rebounded. It was at 80, now it's at 99. So right now it's on the way up. It's at 99, and you can see right here it rebounded from an RSI of 22. Now it's sitting here in RSI of 46, so it's actually very neutral right now. Okay, and right now ServiceNow volume is at 5.16 million. Market cap is at 103 billion. And let's see, here's the other one we're looking at. Yeah, so that's ServiceNow. Also another one that jumped up was Atlassian. Let's take a look here at Atlassian, right here, Atlassian. Okay, looking here at Atlassian, if you're curious about Atlassian, right here is a holding company which engages in providing team collaboration and productivity software. Its products include Jira software, Jira Service Management, and Loom. Okay, basically it's a holding company, and they also recently, right here, bang, look at their volume right there. Okay, and it went from 56 on up to 69. Yeah, and you can see they were RSI down here at 26. Now they have an RSI right here at 48. Okay, yeah, and that's Atlassian. Now again, let's talk a little bit more. Let's switch gears. Let's go into some energy here. We can always come back to these if you want, but again, we talked about oil. Oil is back up now. What does that do for gold and silver? So you get gold and silver actually right now, gold corrected 0.27%, silver corrected 0.93. So silver is at 79 and gold is at 4,818. Again, if you're into some of the miners for the precious metals, what this basically means is when the oil goes up, the petrodollar also increases, which brings down gold and silver. Again, as soon as the Strait of Hormuz was closed again, bang, oil goes up and dollar goes up and gold and silver drop. So right here, let me show you a couple of how these affect the miners. Right here, let me show you Newmont right here. Newmont, this is a big mining corporation. I just want to show you how this actually correlates directly. Right now it's correcting at the moment, a small correction, but it's still correcting because oil and gas just jumped up. So the miners, Newmont Corporation, gold and silver, dropped down 114, and you can see that small correction right here in the RSI. Also, if you look at another one, Freeport McMoran is another one right here. Interestingly, they are still market rebounding. That's interesting. I would have expected them to have corrected slightly since oil and gas went up. But right now you can see they're right there at overbought area. That's Freeport McMoran, and it's sitting there at 70.7, yeah, 70.8. Actually, it has gone up from 69 to 70. Interesting how that happened. Volume is at 2.46 million. Market cap is at 101 billion as well. Yeah. And thank you very much for all the likes and the shares. If you are enjoying this, if you're getting some kind of value at all from it, it does help the channel when you like it, share it, make a comment, etc. So thank you very much. For example, EXC, this is looking at, we're looking at TradingView, and we're looking at right now some of the miners, Freeport McMoran. We've also done a lot of with the tech sector, a lot of with the banking sector. Let me know what sector you're looking at, and we can also, if you have a company that you want me to look at, just drop the ticker in the comments. But yeah, Freeport McMoran at the moment, because oil just jumped up. I look at got it. Okay, can you Apple, got it. Okay, no problem. Cool Spirit, thank you very much. And okay, for example, let's see here. Let's see. Aruji, very good question. It's all dependent on the person and the choices that the person makes. It's all dependent on the person. EXC, can you give me, I usually do companies here. Can you give me a company ticker symbol? Let me know if there's a company you want me to look at. Thank you very much. Cool, thank you for the likes and the follows. And yeah, Iruji, tell me what sectors or tell me what companies you're interested in at the moment, and maybe I can give you some guidance on that. But again, it all depends on what you're looking at, all depends on your risk tolerance, everything else. And it depends on, again, this is an educational channel, so it depends on how much you know and things like that, okay? I usually just look at gold. Do you not deal with? Yeah, on this channel, I don't really deal with Forex. But if you want me to look at, good question, EXE, I don't look at Forex on this channel much. It's mainly just U.S. news headlines and U.S. Company ticker symbols. Yeah. So if there's a mining ticker you want me to look at, feel free to share that. Since you're into gold, I love gold and silver too. I'm a fan of that. Let me know if there's something I can help you with. I'd be happy to. Yeah. I'm curious about Nvidia. Okay, we looked at Nvidia already, but we can do it again. Here is, let me do it for you right here. Nvidia. I'm completely beginner. I'm so confused when we're starting, like what we were. Yeah. And Ruji, I like how you're reaching out. That's what this channel is for. It's an educational channel. Yeah, Mr. No Gold by now. Yeah, it's interesting. I think gold and silver are going to do well in the future. Iruji, what must I learn before? Yeah, and Ruji, learn as much as you can, because that's the main part. Don't get into anything unless you know what you're doing. But if you reach out, I can give you some educational materials. I can also give you some more resources, some more channels and things to look at. But again, Iruji, education is key. Simply contact me and I'll be glad to share some materials with you. That before I make it, I'm currently just analyzing and trading view. Yes, I've been doing some very good. I want to learn that before. Yes, very good. EXE, same with you. If you want to contact me, I can help you out with some educational materials, things like that, things that can give you, put you on your way if you want, okay? I didn't make it really count, but my emotions. Yes, I know what you mean. Keep emotion at the door, right? Yeah. But yeah, Iruji and EXE, if you want, contact me and I'll share some extra materials with you. That'll help you, yeah, because it helped me a lot. Good. And there we go. So looking at Nvidia, again, you asked about Nvidia. There's this. Nvidia actually just dropped. They had gone up to 200 last Friday. Now they've dropped below it. They're at 199.3. Not a small drop, but it's that psychological barrier. Yeah. Yes, EXE. I can just pass along for free. Yeah. Yes, Ruji, contact me and I'll share all that material with you. No problem. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for the comments, and thank you for the likes and the shares, etc. It does. I'm not the algorithm engineer, but I've been told it does help the channel. So thank you very much. Yeah. Chat with you afterwards. Yeah. And let me know kind of. Also, when you send me a message, let me know also what, more particularly about what your goals are and what sectors you're looking at. Yeah, there we go. But there's Nvidia, and right now Nvidia is in the overbought area, right there at 70. If you want more information, we can speak more specifically about Nvidia and some of the other tech sectors as well. Okay, but let's go back here. We were talking about Freeport McMoran. again, the person that was interested in gold, again, this is one of the big miners, and right now their volume is at 2.4 million, market cap is at 101 billion. Yeah, and thank you very much for the rose and the likes, EXE and Eroji. Thank you very much for the follows. It helps. And another one I can share with you if you're into the gold and silver is, for example, there's Hecla right here. Hecla is another big company. Yeah, again, Aruji, this is an educational channel, and there's certain things that wait, what's the ticker again? For Hecla, EXE, that's HL, yeah. HL for Hecla. And Aruji, this is an educational channel, so there's certain things I cannot talk about because the algorithm on this channel will ding me, it'll even restrict a channel. So again, I have to keep it informational, but thank you. Yeah, good EXE. Yeah, so there's Hecla, and is it easy to trade? Donna, a good question, and again, it all depends on the person. It's up to you. What sectors are you looking at? And here's Hecla right here. It's at 19, and actually I'm a little bit surprised that it's not correcting more. You can see it did correct the last couple of days. Right now it's slightly small rebound up to 19.2, and you can see last few days it's been pretty neutral right there around 45. Volume is at 2 million and market cap is at 12.9 billion. Yeah. Another one I can give you, EXE, since you're into the miners. Here is Pan American silver. Again, does it move with the same news as gold? Like, does it? Not always, but again, oftentimes it does correlate very well. That's why, again, just like how oil just moved, that means gold just moved, and gold is oftentimes very much connected with the miners. Not exactly, but there is a lot of correlation. So it is something to track, something to look at. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Is there Donna? Is there a specific company? Is there a specific company you're looking at? A ticker symbol? Let me know. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, EXE. Just continue to watch, continue to enjoy the show, and then we'll talk more later. Okay. I'll be on here for about 30 more minutes. Then after 30 minutes, I can talk more. Wait, I'm about to go from this one. Let's see. Got it. Nunya, UMAC. Yeah, we can do UMAC right here. UMAC. Unusual machines, yes. And Hazen. Oh yeah, we'll do that one too. That's a good one. We'll do that one next, Hazen. Thank you for the questions. And yeah, cons and warrants. Yeah, for example, cons and warrant. Again, contact me and we can talk more about what you're currently doing right now and how to make it better. Okay. I think one thing to keep in mind is never trade with quick. Yes, that's true. EXE, I agree very much with you. Okay. Now, right here, we're looking at unusual machines. Thank you for the request. And right here, Unusual Machines is a development stage technology company which engages in the provision of drone solutions with a focus on first-person view technology. Offers products to entertainment, recreation, competitive racing industries. Yes, there you go. And yeah, there's that. Okay, now looking at unusual machines and okay, okay. For example, let's see. I don't even know how to. Okay, good question, Donna. Thanks for reaching out. If you go here to my homepage on YouTube right here, you'll see there's a link. You can contact me there. Contact me there on the link, and we can talk more about basic ways to get started and basic things to look at, how to do it, things like that. Okay. just reach out, contact me, and I'll give you some basic guidance, and also can share some basic informational tools with you as well. So right there on the homepage, you'll see a contact information. Okay, and then not trending, not hype, still moving. Let's see. Oh, hold on one second. Yeah, that's right. Cons and warts, thank you for the like. Vassar. Okay, yes, we'll do that one as well. Give me 1 second. Josh, greetings. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the comments. Cons and warrants. I check all my messages after the stream. So if you sent me a message, cons and warrants, I'll check it right after the stream, okay? In about 30 minutes. Omar, on this channel, we're talking about everything U.S. news, headlines, and major companies. What do you think about Sophie? Yes. What I can do for you is I can look up Sophie, and then because this is not a suggestive channel, it's an educational channel, I can basically, if you send me a message, I can actually give you a response about what I think outside the stream. But on this platform, I will get dinged or restricted if I give my thoughts about a certain company. So what I will do is I will respond to you after the stream if you want to. Yeah, there we go. So who was that? Unavailable. Yeah, unavailable. Message me and I'll contact with you about the information outside the stream, but I'll check out Sophie for you here on the stream. Okay, there we go. Josh, greetings as well. Thank you very much. Yeah. And cons and warrants, it all depends on you, your risk tolerance, and Cool Spirit. I haven't forgotten, it's on my list. Cool Spirit, I got you. Okay, there you go, right here. Okay. And no, let's see. Okay, thank you very much, Donna. And right here, you're right. I'll get you your Apple right now, Cool Spirit. Here we go, Apple. You asked about Apple. Right here it is, sitting at the moment. It just rebounded from 246. It's up to 272 now. It's still rebounding at the moment. Cool Spirit. Cons and warrants. I'll get back to you after the stream, okay? Give me 30 minutes and I'll return your message, all right? Right here, Cool Spirit, Apple is bouncing up on the RSI as well. It's at 65. And right here, going from 245 up to 273. And right now, volume-wise, is at 9.84 million. Market cap is at 4 trillion, Cool Spirit. If you want more information, Cool Spirit, contact me as well, and we can talk more about Apple. Let's go over here to unusual machines that was requested. Right here, RSI, they're sitting pretty neutrally at 51, as you can see right here, 51. And they've rebounded from 10, now they're up to, they went to 16. They've corrected now, they're at 15 at the moment, yeah. So they're at 15. Let's see. Oh, right now I'm on one day right here. My dad passed away. I'm trying to make it. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for the information. Got it. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, for unusual machines, right now it's at 15. And let me check out right here. It's at, volume is at 1.78 million. Market cap is at 584 million right there. And right here, Microsoft. You asked me about Micron right here. Here's Micron for the person that just asked me. Okay, it went from 319 up to 449. A nice rebound right there. It had gotten to 465. Now it's corrected to 449. And you can see on the RSI, it was almost oversold at 32. Now it's bounced up here to 60 on the RSI. And look at all this trade volume that's been going on recently. Yeah, Micron Technology drove up about 51% of S&P 500 earnings revision gains since the Iran war began, representing a large share of the index's upward earnings revision activity during that period. Volume is at 8.3 million and market cap is at 507 billion. Okay, and that was for the person that asked about Micron. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. And right now, another one, just marking these off. Somebody asked me about, let's see. What was somebody asked me about, I can't find the ticker symbol. Somebody asked me about Sophie. Okay. For the person that asked me about Chick Lob, is that the right ticker symbol? Can you, Vasfer, if you're still here, look, can you make sure I got the right Chick Lob? I don't see the, I don't seem to have the right symbol for that. Let me know, Vasfer. And then, here we go. Okay, another one. You asked me about Sophie. Here's Sophie also. Okay, Sophie Technologies. Okay, and for Sophie Technologies, it's a financial services platform which engages in the provision of student loan refinancing options to the private students loan market. Yes, we all love student loan markets, right? So here's Sophie. As you can see, at the moment, it is slightly rebounding right here. It went from 15 on up to 19. So at the moment, it's at 19.38 for the person that asked me about Sophie. You can see that rebound right here going from 21 all the way up to 60, 67 on the RSI. Also, you can see that rebound here in the MACD. Yeah. Sophie Technology, Sophie USD is now accepted for settling MasterCard transactions via Sophie Bank. Volume is at 15.5 million, and right here, market cap is at 24.7 billion. Yeah, so there we go for the person that asked about Sophie. And also, let's go right over here. We talked about, for the, you were asking me about, for the person that was asking me about silver and gold, I was going to show you this one, Pan American right here. And yeah, so Pan American recently rebounded, and let me show you this though. It's a small correction right here. It's at 58. Again, Pan American is another one. Pan American silver, they went from 45 up to 58, and right now they're hovering in the RSI around 56. You can see that right there. Just to give you another, if you're still watching, just to give you another one that you can look at. Volume is at 835,000. Market cap is at 24 billion. And also another one that we were going to look at, we talked about American, United Airlines. Also, for those of you watching on the tech sector, Cerebras files to go public after scrapping IPO plans last year. The company's revenue grew almost 76% in 2025, according to Friday's filing. And OpenAI loaned Cerebras $1 billion and has received a warrant to buy Cerebras as well. Right here, yeah, Cerebras reported 87.9 million in net income on 510 million in revenue during 2025. Revenue grew nearly 76% from 2024, when the company had $485 million net loss. Cerebras said it had 24.6 billion in remaining performance obligations. Yeah, yeah. So that's a little bit about Cerebras. They have a new IPO. Ruji, again, just reach out right here. Okay, very good. And again, I'll respond after this stream. Okay, Ruji, and then right here, Again, we'll talk about some of the nuclear companies because nuclear is up and coming. Here's one that's got some attention. Oklo and other nuclear power companies. For example, here is Oklo right here. Bang. Yes, that's what this is. Eruji, that's what this is. No problem. Yeah. Thank you very much. So here is Oklo right here. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Oklo right now, if you're curious, this is engages in the development of fission reactors. It provides clean energy through design and deployment of fast fission power plants. Yeah, so Oklo right now, and as you can see, again, if you're looking for a couple chart patterns, here's one that jumps right out. Here's your head, left, right, and then the head and shoulders drops the chart pattern down, as you can see right here. Right now, Oklo went from 46 up to 65 right there, and you can see in the RSI went from 28 all the way up here to 62 right there. And again, volume wise, 3.84 million, market cap is 11.3 billion. Yeah. And another one that I can show you, see, if you're talking about energy, let's go to CEG right here, Constellation Energy. Greetings, Suzanne, 802, welcome. And right here, Constellation Energy Corporation, that's another energy one, engages in the generation, supply, and marketing of clean energy and renewable energy products and solutions. The firm also offers wholesale energy, retail products, and services. And just to show you on this one, right here, it went from, where's my crayon? It went from right here, 271 up to 301, and right now it's corrected down to 290. So 271, 301, now it's at 290, okay? And right here, you can see that in the RSI, it's very neutral, sitting here at 49. And also, if you look right here, here is your reverse head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and here's your breakout going up here like that, okay? And also, same thing here. Here's another nice chart pattern. If you're looking for chart patterns, here's your reverse, left, right neckline, bang, breaking out like that, okay? And yeah, that's Constellation Energy. If you're looking for energy companies, right now the volume is at 431,000, market cap is at 105 billion. Yeah, there you go. And Alimo34, hello, greetings. And let's see, Finkel's Star, I see your message here. ETN, okay. Let's go here, ETN. Eaton Corporation. Yeah. Thank you very much, Finkel Star. If you're curious about Eaton Corporation, it's a power management company which provides energy efficient solutions for electrical, hydraulic, and mechanical power. It operates through Electrical Americas and Electrical Global, aerospace, vehicle, and e-mobility. Thank you, Finkel Star. And if we go right here, let's see, held ED. Yeah, what's going on? It depends on which part you're looking at. What are you looking at? LDD. And right here, I had a question about Eaton Corporation. Right here, this one actually has rebounded quite a bit. Finkel Star right here went from 343 up to, it's rebounded right now at 407. Yeah, 407. And Alimo34, let me know if you have a company ticker symbol you want me to look at. Yeah. Here we go. Now, again, Eaton Corporation volume is at 454,000. Market cap is at 157 billion right there. And you can see the increased chart pattern. It went from 39 all the way up here to 66. So RSI is getting closer and closer to overbought, but it's not there yet. And thank you very much for the likes and shares. Matthew Smith, 8757, APLD, got it. All right, APLD right here. Applied Digital Corporation. Thank you very much, Matthew Smith. Right here. Done. Yeah, let's go right here. Okay. And again, if you want further questions, further comments, there you go. Applied right here. Applied Digital Corporation is a technology company which engages in the provision of development and operation of data centers. Oh, yes. Technology which engages provision of development and operation of data centers which provide computing power. It operates through the data center hosting business and hosting business segments. Interesting. Thank you, Matthew Smith. Right here. Let's move this up right here. Got it right there. Okay, and then right here, you can see this one rebounded from 220. Now it's up to 31 at the moment. Yeah, Matthew Perry, Matthew Smith. Thank you for the likes and the follows. And then right here, also in the RSI, went from 31 up here to 66 there at the moment. Yeah, but yeah, it's rebounding right now still. And let me show you if I can. Here we go. Yeah, and if you're looking for volume is at 4.8 million. Market cap is at 9 billion. Yeah, and let's see. Good, Matt. Let me know if you have any other ones, Matthew Smith. Yeah, and let's see. Did I miss a comment up here? Okay, here we go. If you want other information on this company, just feel free to ask. And let's go right now to that was Sophie. We talked about Sophie. Yeah, Cerebrus, Oklo, and oh yeah. Hold on one second. I was gonna refresh on energy as well. For example, let me give you an update on Exxon right here. Exxon Mobil. Done. Yeah, right now Exxon Mobil, it is, as you can see, as expected, it's rebounding. Right, it went down from 144 up to 148. So it's already rebounded 4 points already. If you're curious about oil, and you can see it went all the way down to 37 on the RSI. Now it's already coming back up. Yeah, and volume wise is at 3.2 million. You can see there's more volume right now, 3.2 million. And market cap is at 619 billion. Yeah, there you go. One more we'll take a look at here with oil. VX, Chevron. Oh, LDD. Yeah, Bird. I got you on that. Yeah, that's another big one. BIRD. Quite famous right now, actually. Thanks, LDD. I had like 700 growth last Tuesday. Yeah. Give you that one in just a second. Finishing up here with Chevron. Here we go. Right here, Chevron sitting. It's actually rebounding also because oil just jumped back up. It was actually at 181. Now it's at 185. You can see, yeah, it went from way over bought. Now it's at 38 on the RSI. And yeah, funny how this stuff moves so quickly with the price of oil. Yeah, right now volume is at 2 million, and right here market cap is at 369 billion. Yeah, that's Chevron. And we just had a question about yeah, I bought it at 23, so not a great move. Last I saw it was down to 12. Oh, got it. Okay, here we go. Down to 12. Yeah, right now actually LDD right now it's actually at 11.14. So it's still correcting, I guess. I see what you mean though. Yeah, but yeah, look at, you can see that on the RSI too. Jumped up on the RSI at 92, and now it's dropped back down to 66 on the RSI. Okay, and yeah. Right now, looking at Bird, though, volume is at 3.96 million. Market cap is at 97.2 million. Yeah. And then if you have another one, let me know. Let's see, for example, nuclear energy companies, for example, Constellation Energy, Duke. I was also going to, since we're talking about nuclear energy, I was also going to talk about Duke Energy's one that I was going to show you. Duke Energy Corporation. Yeah, right here. Like one of the main things you look at when picking. Oh, LDD, yes. What does that mean, like RSI and stuff? For example, RSI means relative strength index. It's one of the indicators that I sometimes look at. Same thing with the moving average convergence divergence called the MACD. Again, go here to my my homepage on YouTube. You can see my homepage. There's a link right there. Just contact me, reach out, and we can talk more about indicators, RSI, and things to look for. Okay, right there. Yeah. But again, during the live stream, I can't really speak a lot about that because then the algorithm detects it as some kind of a suggestion or recommendation. But yeah. So here's Duke Energy. Right now you can see Duke Energy also rebounding, going from 127 to 128 right there. RSI sitting here at 46, 47 right there. And done. If you have other companies or ticker symbols you want me to look at, just put them in the comments. Feel free, and we'll break them down here on TradingView. Okay. Duke Energy volume is at 324,000, and market cap is at 100.29 billion. NBIS. Ben got you right here. Right here at the NBIS. And for those of you watching, I'll look at your, oh, HellED, thank you very much. Let me know which videos you like, and then send me a message, and we'll get things going. And for those of you, if you're getting any benefit at all from this, if you're liking the information, feel free to like, subscribe, share, even make a comment if you want. It does help the algorithm. That's one of the easiest ways to help the channel. We're trying to build a channel with like-minded community, like-minded people. And so thank you very much, Ben. It's a small thing, but actually it does help the channel a lot. So every time you subscribe, like, share, do whatever, it does help. So thank you very much. If you are enjoying this, yeah, that's great. So Nebius Group, what is Nebius Group? Looking right here, is a technology company that provides infrastructure and services to AI builders worldwide. It offers Nebius AI, an AI-centric cloud platform, full stack infrastructure, etc. Okay, Nebius, yes, this one has been rebounding as well right here. Started off at 91, bang, it went up to 167. It has corrected back down to 156. So 167, 156 at the moment. And you can see, look at the RSI, it went from 41 all the way to overbought at 76 right there. And now it's back down here to 67 on the RSI. But yeah, it went, yeah, there's that band. So right now, it went from 166 down to 156. And at the moment, it's still in the correction mode, yeah. Good question, Ben. On this platform, it's purely educational. Yeah, I know what your question is, but on the algorithm on this platform will ding me if I answer questions about suggestions or recommendations or my personal thoughts. So we have to talk about that outside the stream. That's just the way the algorithm works. I know it's inconvenient, but that's just how it is. Yeah, Mr. Ali. Same thing with you. I can look up, a particular company for you if you want, but if you're asking for my insights or my view, recommendations, stuff like that, it has to be done outside the stream, because otherwise the channel will get restricted. Yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, I hope you understand that. Yeah, but there's that. Let's see. Okay, very good. ACMR, and yes, IONQ, got it. Okay, won't get extended in Strait of Hormuz will be open after the deal market reacts. Won't get extended in Strait of Hormuz will be open after the deal market reacts. Suzanne, ceasefire won't get extended in the Strait of Hormuz. Will be open after the deal. Tell me what you mean. The Strait of Hormuz will be open after the deal. Market reacts fast. When does was there a deal about a ceasefire? I'm not sure what you're saying. Yes, no problem, LDD. Again, we'll talk more about that after the stream, okay? But yeah, there you go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Shadow, I got your message. I didn't get it. Yeah, actually, if you're looking for educational materials, again, send me a message. And yes, you're on the right path for sure. If you want more information about educational materials, some different resources, also I can refer you to other channels and different things. Send me a message and I can share those with you as well. Okay, no problem there. All right, looking at Nebius Group right now, volume for Nebius is at 4.5 million. Market cap is at 39.41 billion. And another one we were kind of talking about right here. We talked about Oklo here. New scale, yeah, SMR. SMR is another one for energy. SMR right here. New scale. I just wanted to introduce you to that one right here. Okay, and SMR. It actually it's been coming down, but it just actually is on a little bit of a rebound right now at 12.3. But SMR is also provides proprietary and innovative advanced small modular reactor SMR nuclear technology with a mission to help power the global energy. Yeah, so that's SMR. Another one, let's see, that she's talking about ceasefire from last week. Where's from last week where it was delayed. I found you for like another 2 weeks, I believe. It's over the ceasefire. Just read. I'm not quite sure. Okay, I didn't get that update yet, Suzanne. It's over the ceasefire. I'm not. So there is a new ceasefire, or there is a new opening of the Strait of Hormuz. I'm not quite sure what you're. So there's a new opening now. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say, Suzanne. Let me know. Yes, IONQ, got it. I wrote that down. IONQ. Here's IONQ. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, yeah, this one also rebounded too. Alpha plane, all plain white. Here you go. IONQ. It's up now from 28 down up to 46.6. There's that. And also you can see that on the RSI going all the way from oversold 29 up to, it's now sitting here at 76. Yeah. Clone, I do not, just this right here. Just WhatsApp. Yeah. Yeah, IONQ 27 and 46, and IONQ volume is at 6.3 million. Market cap is at 17.17 billion right there. ACMR, you also asked me about ACMR. Let me do that one quickly for you. Here we go. Okay, LDD, thank you very much for the comments. See you tomorrow as well. Oh, was that Iran opened it? Yeah, they opened it on Friday, yes. Then they close it off again on Saturday. Yeah, that's true. I own that too. Healthy. Okay, good. Okay, for ACMR right here, engages in the development, manufacture, and sale of single wafer wet cleaning equipment, supplies, process, and solutions. Okay, and ACMR right now rebounded from 37 up to 49. There you go. And with that, everyone, thank you for joining. Thank you for the questions, the comments. Feel free to reach out if you want more information. And got it. Okay, Suzanne, I'll check that out right here after the stream. Looking forward to talking to you guys as well after the stream. And see you tomorrow.